am death, and none can tell if I open the door to heaven or hell. No wealth, no land, no silver, no gold, nothing satisfies me but your soul. Oh, death, I come to take the soul, leave the body and leave it cold. Oh, won't you spare me over till another year?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gehenna Academy. I am so very excited to present to you today Gehenna Academy, Chapter 5, Bury a Friend. Now, if you've been keeping up with us so far, you know the deal. There will be some intense drama, some sexual content, violence, possible torture and gore, and a whole other psychological fuckery going on today. If this is not your type of show, we have so many other streams. Go check it out. The last thing I want to do is make you uncomfortable while watching us. But other than that, strap in. I'm going to let my group introduce themselves quickly, and we'll get right into it. Let's go.
Hi guys, I am Rina. I'll be playing as Ivy, the neighbor. Last episode, Ivy just kept triggering everyone.
Yeah.
And getting everyone angry. And giving everyone conditions, and she feels helpless about how she can't really help among all these monsters. And after a talk with Victoria, she is now debating whether or not there's any sense of truth in that statement. So next up
is Neal. Hi, my name is Noordin Kadir. My pronouns are he, him, and you can catch me online at Werewolf Feels. But don't do that right now. Right now, it's Neal time. His pronouns are also he, him, and he is the ghost of the school. Quite literally, he is pretty much the only ghost as far as we know. And he just revealed that fact to Melody and to Arden, which brought Arden out of their darkest self and kept Melody in hers. So, you know, things are great. Things are great.
Always. Things are always great.
Yeah, things are great. Hi, I am Shauntelle B. You can find me on Twitter at Shauntelle B, but also don't go there. Stay here with Melody, the currently darkest self Fae, which was triggered by Arden, who decided to break a promise. And so now everything is a promise. And I'm fairly sure everyone owes Melody something.
Not me. I lived up to my promise.
Everyone
by telling
except
you about my
Neal, who traumatized Melody.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Arden, who uses any pronouns. They are the Wyrm, who broke out of being their darkest self after unsuccessfully attempting to make Ivy realize that she is theirs. But they now have a new treasure in Neal, so I'm sure that's going to go well for everyone.
Hi, everybody. My name is Chris Colón here, and I am playing Isaac. Both pronouns are he, him. And I learned a couple things about my book and my quest there, and I also got my butt beat for like the third time as I bled my way home and learned about some interesting things that nobody else here knows. So, yay me with knowledge.
All right, and with that, we are ready to go. Let's go ahead. Let's begin the story. Let's jump right into it. For everyone at home, I'm your storyteller today, Nick Francia, and let's jump right into Gehenna Academy. Yeah. Is everyone ready? Chapter 5. Bury a Friend. Will we see a certain song by a famous pop star? Probably not, because the copyright would toss us out the window. but let's try anyway. We start midday on Thursday, also known as Skirmish Day. One of the last Thursdays in December before winter break. It's a special event, an event that has most of the staff on their toes, as well as just people getting ready for in general. All the students have begun with their cheers. Everyone's getting ready. A little bit more muted this time, with the recent death on everyone's thoughts and in everyone's heads. The kind of idea of celebration feels weird. But the school has pushed for a certain sense in normalcy, to reclaim the rest of the school year and not let it be muddled by something as silly as a student death. That would be ridiculous. This in particular, though, is a special day for most of you, but specifically for you, Ivy, who's awakened by a knock at your door. Or I'm sorry, it's midday. I said you get a text from Kaya, who says that she has something for you.
I text Kaya back and ask her where she is.
She said that because we're going into the 2:30 class, we're going to Other Realm Studies, I believe. Oh, that's your period, actually. She says that she's waiting for you at your room. That she wants to drop it off before she goes to class.
Oh, all right. Then I'll tell her I'll be at my room.
And all of you know that this is the last class of the day, actually, because afterwards will be a little pep rally before the skirmish, and an explanation of what skirmish is for the uneducated and unenlightened. It's akin to some sort of sport, although the way people like Reese and Tyler and Hannah have treated it seems more brutal and more stakes than that. Ivy, as you come to your room, you see Kaya's kind of waiting there, a little like tapping, constantly checking the time, as she has a package in her hand. Not a package, it looks like a folded off piece of clothing.
Hey Kaya, what do you have for me?
Oh, thank God, I'm glad I caught you. I really need to get to class. And she pushes the piece of clothing in your hand. She's like, yeah, so Hannah texted me this morning. And unfortunately, because of everything that happened, with the broken bones and whatnot and limbs, she's unfortunately she's gonna be out of commission for a couple of weeks, even with the healing magic. So she's not gonna be able to go and participate in the skirmish. But she was hoping that someone would be able to wear her number in spirit while she's recouping at the skirmish game. And she wanted that someone to be you. So, here it is. I'm dropping off her jacket. All you gotta do is wear it to the game, that's all.
Oh, okay. But I'm not really a fan of the skirmish. Everybody's...
Well, come on, Ivy. It'd be kind of rude to, deny a girl in the hospital's request, wouldn't it?
Yeah, will you be there?
Yeah, of course. It's like the biggest event of the year. Don't worry. And I'm also gonna be there, although no one's asked me to wear one of their jackets, but it's fine. It's fine.
You can wear my jacket.
No, Hannah said that she wanted you, so I guess it's because you helped her out yesterday, or maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
And you kind of hear under a mask going like, how does this hot mess have more dates than I do? And she's kind of like checking her phone. Okay, now that I've done that job, I've done my favor to the injured girl. You're all good to go. I will see you later at the pep rally, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so totally awesome. Oh my god, we're supposed to the other teams visiting is gonna be there too. So you're gonna see some really cool stuff.
Are there gonna be other people like me from other schools, or
What do you mean, like other like supernatural people? Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that's the deal. Oh, you mean mortals? I don't think they would just invite mortals here. I mean, I don't know. They I guess you're here too. But we don't know that. I mean, Ivy, you're not just mortal. You're supernaturally special. Especially special to me. You're like one of the better friends I have here. And you're always trying to be nice and trying to be kind. And she like pats you on your shoulder and gives you a hug.
stop?
It'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll invite Neal and the others to go together.
Exactly. And you know, I'll try my best not to let certain people there. Isaac. She says, looking at the ground. It'll be great. I'm telling you, it'll be amazing. We'll have a lot of fun, and you know, maybe we'll get like there'll be a party after. There's always a party after Skirmish, and it's gonna be. And, you know,
I don't know about parties,
You
Kaya. The last party that I
Jaime will
went
be there.
to, I
Mercutio. I mean, you know, all the Tyler, if that's like your thing. You know, all the. No pressure, no pressure. You can just, you don't have to drink anything. You can just go and enjoy and have fun.
we'll see after the game. I don't know. We've got a lot of homework, and it's
It's oh my god, the semester ends next week. We'll be fine. Plus, not for anything, not to be like insensitive, but your roommate died, so like the rule applies to you, you know.
Yeah.
You could, you know, I know straight A's and passing automatically all your classes doesn't feel like a. Okay, it's not a consolation for Yoni's existence, but it's something. I think something is all we can really take at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it won't hurt to have fun once in a while.
Exactly. See? We're gonna have so much of a good time. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Let's fucking go. And then she goes, toodles, and walks off. You're not sure if having Kaya as a friend is great or dangerous. Possibly a little bit of Colome. And as we kind of leave Ivy there, we refocus on Neal. Neal.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
This is also your free period, funny enough. Where do you go during your free time?
I like to roam the campus, honestly. It's been here for 10 years, but I swear that there's some doors that just appear out of nowhere and contain something new and fascinating each and every time. I'm not doing that recently, though. I'm right now, I think I'm trying to clean up my room because I want to bring Samir here one day, and right now it's a mismatched mess because everything I own I have taken from the lost and found. So free period is a bit different now that I have we haven't really discussed titles, have we? Oh no.
Ooh,
Oh no, what if I'm
What if you're jumping the gun? What if you're putting a label on something that doesn't even exist? Anxiety runs through your brain. You're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize, like, your room has a few new additions to it. You don't know how, but these fucking weird plants have started growing into it and almost shine with a little bit of bioluminescence with them.
Oh dear.
It's
Oh dear,
fungus?
oh dear, oh dear.
Do you have a mold infection, like a mold outbreak in your room? I mean, the room hardly gets taken care of.
I'm gonna touch one of the leaves.
It leaks with the morning dew, and it smells fresh, like a well fresh garden, and leaves almost like a slimy silverant. You know, like when you look at like soap, it's got the rainbow in it. It's got that like iridescence to it.
Oh, gross. Okay, I'm gonna pull out a handkerchief. Neal always has a handkerchief on him, even though they're mostly just scraps of very rough cloth. And put one of the leaves, like actually just a sprig of the plant. I'm gonna take a pair of scissors, trim off a sprig, and put them in. Cover it in the cloth, and I'm gonna go to the library and see if I can find out what the hell this thing is.
Yeah. And as you're leaving the library, or not as you're heading to the library, and you leave your room, you actually hear students or someone talking. But that's strange. No one ever comes up here.
Hello?
They don't hear you at first. As you realize you could see the forms of Victoria, it looks like. Talking to Lucas. And Lucas seems to have a very kind of nervous, almost like angry and everything else looking face on him. And when you call it hello, maybe for the second time, they both turn. And Lucas like looks over at Victoria, and Victoria just kind of gives him a look that seems to ooze the phrase, "We're not done here," as she kind of turns and leaves.
Victoria, hold up.
Neal, we'll be late for class.
Did magical plants grow in your room too, or is it just me? I promise it's not a euphemism.
Oh, so you've been noticing them too.
Great. Great, that's great. Why aren't we talking about this? I mean, I know we're going through a lot, but good lord.
Well, ever since Yoni's death day, it is when I noticed it started happening. Maybe it's a byproduct of dying.
A Fae dying?
Perhaps. They seem harmless so far, but they are having a rapid growth. I dare say if we don't find some sort of solution, this place might become a greenhouse. It's a joke.
Yeah, I got that. Something wrong? Because you seem like, well, you seem a bit off.
Why would there anything be wrong? Everything's perfectly fine. It's Skirmish Day. And she just
No
gives
offense.
you this like sickly sweet smile.
No offense, Victoria, but when you smile like that, you don't pacify me. You make me even more curious and a bit scared.
Lucas is long gone by now.
Mm-hmm.
But Victoria does stop and kind of walks up to you, and lets her like perfectly manicured hands, just kind of softly touch you on the cheek, measuring a moment if you pull away, before lightly brushing her nails across your skin. Curious and scared. That's usually the effect I try going for. I'm glad it seems to be working with you.
Wait, are you hitting on me? You're not, right?
I could be, if that's what you want.
Is that how that's supposed to work? No, I'm good.
Self-professed loner, now, getting friends, and Not too bad looking. Not the worst thing to be in my book.
Oh, okay. I lightly take her hand off my cheek and just put it. You're great. Well, no, you're not really. You're kind of a menace, but you're not like I. It doesn't matter. You're very pretty and smart.
It's okay, Neal. A girl can take a hint.
It's not you. It's really me. If that helps.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, well, I have a very sizable investment that I can make into dating apps, like something like Tinder. Ooh, Tinder, but like for vampires. Ooh, maybe I can get Mercutio to invest. What do you call it? like biter or like tender?
I think Tender's taken.
Probably. Vampire politics are always so gauche, let me tell you.
Victoria, what are you trying to hide from me? Just straight up.
I'm not trying to hide anything from you.
Then what are you trying to hide in general? Because you are.
A girl needs her secrets, Neal, and my life isn't on display like an open book like some people's here likes to. I don't like to wear all my emotions on my sleeve, but worry not. I don't have any sort of machinations to ruin you or your life. If that's what you're getting at. Nor your friends, nor anyone around you. Maybe Isaac. Maybe just a little bit Isaac. Can you blame me?
No, I can't. But I have this feeling that this bloodthirsty nature of yours is a bit more harmful than you're suggesting. Tell me, and this time I get a bit too close. How are you? Were you a fan of Yanni?
No, I didn't really talk to him, know him, interact with them.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say I killed him? Is that what you want to hear?
Only if that's the truth. I'm not going to tell the soul.
Well, I didn't. I don't think murder is really in my books. But maybe I do have a secret.
Really?
Maybe you would just have to pry it from my mouth. And she kind of bites her lip for a second, and just takes a step back, kind of twirling in place.
From one dead person to another. Be really careful how much you keep to yourself, because otherwise you might start drowning in it. I think this is me shutting her down.
Yeah, I think that's a shutdown.
Yeah. I love shutting down because I have a +2 to cold. I only rolled a 6, but with a +2. Oh, look at that.
That's an 8.
It's an 8.
All right, go ahead and you're going to trade conditions then.
Yeah.
Or unless you want to make her lose a... Does she have a string on you? I don't think... She does not have a string on you. You could gain a string on her if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I will. I think by sharing that little bit of a secret that I'm dead. It's a secret. Or you might realize that I'm a person that can be trusted. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Ooh, you never know, right?
It'd be ironic if you weren't. And she looks at you for a moment as you say that, kind of registers everything you're saying. And she looks, and you kind of lock eyes with her. And for a second, you find yourself losing yourself in those eyes. Until you break, after staring for a tad too long than what is normally expected. Gain the condition enthralled.
All right, if you insist.
Bye, Neal. I hope you have
Bye,
a great
Victoria.
day.
Well, since this talk happened, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
That's the spirit. And she walks out.
It would be really stupid if it were her. Yeah. I tuck the plant back in my pocket and I head towards the library.
Now we switch to Melody. Melody, who is just getting out of her own free period. Where do you spend most of your free period? Do you spend it with Mercutio? Do you spend it in random parts of the school? Or do you lock yourself in your room usually?
Melody would usually spend time outside, but today they've gone on a hunt for Mercutio.
Are you wearing the jacket?
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of approach, kind of looking around, you find Mercutio coming out of the theater department. And he when he sees you, he kind of gets this like smile on his face, and he goes, "Ah, it's like I didn't expect you here. How you doing, love?"
I'm good. I wasn't at the club last night, and I needed to apologize for that.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, but I mean, I don't expect you to be attached to me 24/7, you know? Just how things
No,
go.
but I made a promise.
Well, makes you feel any better. I forgive you. And he stops before he says thank you, and he goes, You, Faye don't like that. I read that.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy that you came and spoke to me about it anyway, even though you owe me no recourse. I understand things got a little hectic.
Yes. Some things to do with Arden, some things to do with Neal, some things to do with Ivy.
Racking up your count? He raises his eyebrow.
Well, yes.
You're nothing if not an expert, Melody. And that's what I appreciate about you.
In what?
You're an expert at seemingly bringing out sides of people that, well, they won't normally bring out. It's something that's a very valuable tool, that I find anyway. Honestly, it's absolutely lovely. It's partially why I was drawn to you. But, I mean, your beauty and everything else was the other part.
I see.
You'll be at the game, yes? The skirmish and the pep rally?
Yes.
And you're already wearing my jacket. Excellent. He kind of puts his hand under your chin, lifting it slightly to kind of seek eye contact. You're nothing if not amazing.
What do you want?
Oh, nothing I want, just to see a beautiful one carry my number at the skirmish game. Someone who I tend to fancy a little bit, but, well, I'm not one to rush or force labels on things that aren't there. If that's not what the missus wants. I guess I've been doing a little bit of pondering.
Okay. Feel free to enlighten me.
I mean, what do we call our manner of relationship? I mean, if we're just fucking and frolicking, I mean, that's fine by me. I'm just...
Well, what names are there?
What'd you say? Are you getting it kind of...
What names are there?
You could be considered, my partner. Girlfriend, for one. Or you could be just my friend, if that's what you want. I mean, girlfriend does tend to imply a little bit of monogamy in it, but honestly, it's never really been my style.
I don't understand it, to be honest. So if it's monogamy, then it's not.
Well, we don't
That
have
one.
it doesn't have to. You can it's just one traditionally ties that with the title, but as long as agreements and consensuses are made, it's fine.
And which would you prefer?
It's fine to have a favorite meal. Speaking in metaphors, think of it as a feast. And he kind of gets behind you and lets his arms sink around you for a second, feeling his kind of sharper but shorter nails kind of lightly kind of go into you for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of like leans down to a whisper. Well, if we think of it as a grand feast or a meal, there are a lot of foods to sample out there, a lot of palates to savor and enjoy. There's always going to be one that you favorite, one you come back to more than the others. Just because you eat a different food doesn't mean you're betraying your favorite meal.
Yes, I like that.
A snack of choice, as it were. And you feel his warm breath on your neck. And you feel the almost scraping of teeth against your neck skin. The skin of it. But he never goes for the bite. It's almost like when you train a dog and you put the food in front of them, but you train them not to eat it, and you know they want to so badly, but they're holding back, and they're holding back. He's holding back.
She tilts her head to one side.
They say a Fae's blood is one of the most addicting nectars there are. I fear if I start, I wouldn't be able to stop. And I'd hate that to be the ending of our partnership. So I restrain myself. It's not you, love. It's definitely all of me.
Where did you learn that?
When you've been alive as long as I have, you tend to hear things from your other clanmates when you're turned, other people, other vampires. Every creature tastes different. You know, they say werewolves taste with a bit of ruckusness and like whiskey. They say mortals taste like fine, freshly squeezed grapes. The most virgin of all taste, innocence untainted. They say people with magic have a little bit of a spike to them. Dragons taste of fire. Demons taste of strong, strong bourbon. And they say fays taste of the sweetest nectar in the world, but with the addictive qualities of the highest sought-after drugs, like cocaine and heroin combined into one. I've put a great deal into controlling myself. And as one thing, I will not compromise. Doth the lady feel offended?
No.
Excellent.
Interested, though.
Well, if you really want to feel the sensation, you could always seek out someone like Victoria, although I don't think she would fall for it as well either. I think she knows her own limits as well. And I dare say she would make it as good for you as I would.
Maybe. Are you saying that she has more control than you do over herself?
I'm saying that when you give in to viciousness and spite enough, well, you can find the easy route to a lot of power. But not necessarily one you could be proud of.
And are you talking about you or her?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just tricking myself into thinking I'm one of the good guys. Maybe the good guys don't even exist.
Maybe the good guys are the vicious ones.
I mean, we are monsters. It's probably better we start acting that way. And he lets go of you. If you want to see how really brutal and really monstrous I could be, make sure you watch closely at the skirmish. You might find
What
yourself...
is the skirmish?
Well, the skirmish is a sport, although it's different from the mortal sports. More like gladiatorial combat and anything mixed with rules of a simple game. Apparently there is a history of it. Although, not a history I can recite. Dean Said always tells us the history every time we have one of those pep rallies, so I'm sure you'll get to hear the story there. Why ruin the excitement?
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. And she turns and she kisses him.
Roll to turn Mercutio on.
Poorly. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, it's a 6.
It's a 6. Oh boy.
6, yeah.
Mark experience. Mercutio, his lips catch yours, and you're almost taken back by his kind of abruptness and aggressiveness. As this time, you feel almost overwhelmed. Like, before you've always felt as equals with Mercutio, but in this moment you feel almost like prey to a predator far outclassing you. As when he kisses you, you feel like you're in a trance of some sort. And you can't help but just bend to his will. It's sort of enamoring and thrilling to not know what will happen next. Knowing you're in such a vulnerable place where he could just potentially do whatever he wants. But he doesn't. And he lets go. And you feel almost like a headache coming on. As the world around you seems to get turned from dull to just a little bit brighter. And you feel like it might be your eyesight, but Mercutio doesn't change. Just the world around you. Like as if the entire realm was becoming more like your own. Mercutio's going to take a string on you for that. And you feel a weird thumping in your chest. As if seeing Mercutio leave almost physically... It doesn't physically pain you, but like I feel like it could. And I'm going to give you the condition... In love? ?
Oh no.
And then he's gone. He leaves. And we turn the camera away from Melody, leaving her to ponder everything that's happened. And we go to Isaac. Isaac, you are just getting out of, bring up the handy dandy class schedule, supernatural biology. And you have a little bit of time before your other realm study. Is there anything particular that you've been doing today that you want to do? You know you're going to get pulled into the pep rally probably. Elliot is going to potentially be in the skirmish, so it makes sense.
If anything, the one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to speak with Arden.
You want to find Arden. Awesome. Then I will table your interaction for just a second.
Okay.
And go to Arden to kind of play up to. Arden, as you are leaving math, you run into a very kind of, not distraught, but looking down Reese, who's currently talking to Tyler. And Tyler kind of waves at you to signal hello, and Reese says something to him and then walks off.
I'll head over there and ask Tyler, what was that about?
It's time, but you know what? Just Tyler today.
Hi, Money. What's
not-
wrong? Is this about yesterday?
I mean, I'm a little shook up. You know, Tyler's... I'm a little shook up still. But... No, it's just skirmish is never a good day for me and Reese. Should I do? Okay. Me and Reese are brothers, you know that, right? I mean, that's pretty common knowledge. But we obviously don't look alike. I mean, we're both chiseled white guys. Yes, we have that going for us, but the hair and everything else is different. That's because Reese is adopted. And skirmish marks the only day that Reese sees his dad.
His biological dad.
Yeah. And as you can imagine, it's not really it doesn't really sit great with him. Reese's dad's kind of a dick. Like, not, but he's like a dick in that like secret way where you don't know, like, you know he's just outright being a dick to you, but like he's doing it in a way that if you get angry, you'll be in the wrong. Like a suave dick. He's literally every like villain you see in like every rich boy villain you see in a, but like he's an adult and he's like probably can back up half the shit he says. I don't know, it's just Ree's dad scares the shit out of me, I'm gonna say that.
Is he with the other school? Why do you see him at Skirmish?
Yeah, you could say he's with the other school. I guess. Honestly, it might be better for you to say. You don't... Arden, we don't play another school. I'll just leave it at that for now.
Oh no!
And then, as he's going, you see Isaac walking up. And Tyler goes, "Is it time? Do I clobber him?"
You should save that energy for the skirmish, I think. I'll talk to you later, Time Money.
See you later, hot stuff. And he like clicks it in. By the way, you should, if you need lotion, I got it. You know, for your hands.
What's up with my
And
hands?
as you look at your hands, you noticed that there is gray scales that have begun to form across your fingers, knuckles, and your almost like the upper the outer palm.
That's new.
They're sharp, almost like plating.
Interesting.
Sorry, I'll see you later. Yeah, Time Money. I'm leaving. It's not important today.
That was weird.
Would you expect anything different from
No.
Dear Time Money?
No, not really. Afternoon.
Is there a reason you found me here, Isaac?
Yes, there is.
Is your gang with you?
I would say yes, because I did just come from class.
Okay.
So I kind of tell them just to wait by the side. You can see Elliot being an idiot.
And so I'm gonna wave at Elliot.
I won.
Elliot's like,
Yeah. I wanted to bargain with you.
Oh, interesting. My type of bargaining, Isaac?
I need to go to your special place.
Mm-hmm. And what would you possibly have to offer me?
A long line of people I have favors on that you probably would have an interest in, including Knucklehead over there.
Oh, Isaac, honey, I don't need your help with that.
You sure there's nobody? I mean, I have a number of people, I have,
Isaac has a lot of strings, just like...
I know, and I have very few, but he doesn't need to know that.
I got Yanni, Neal, he owes me something, I guess, from somewhere way back when. I have one, you owe me quite a few things as well. Would you like to be debt-free for just a simple interaction?
What about Lucas?
Sadly, no. I don't have anything on that kid.
I'm not asking for influence, just information.
Perhaps, but get me to your place first and then we'll discuss it in a more business-like manner.
Fine, we're not doing this out in the hallway. And I'm going to drag Isaac into like a classroom or a corner or a storage closet.
Ooh, a storage closet. Yeah, it's like one of those really close closets where you're like both basically touching chest to talk to each other. But the little like light switch kind of.
Out of all the places you chose the most cramped.
I'm sorry. Should we do this some other time? It seemed like this is...
Let's just get it done.
Okay. I'm going to sort of not gently like grab him by the back of his hair and pull his head up, make eye contact, and smoke bargaining ceremony.
And as you feel the smoke begin to surround you, Isaac, have you done this before with Arden?
Nope.
First time? Oh,
Yeah, I
it
think so.
feels like you're getting hella high right now as the smoke surrounds you, and suddenly you're both kind of in this other realm, this other place. And you feel almost translucent, transparent. You almost feel naked, but you know you're not. As you're both sitting across from each other, each of you on a rock, floating in this oblivion. And the strings and thoughts of your friends fill the smoke behind you, and both of you, as your ideas and your relationships begin to be in a place where you can trade.
Before I go on trading with her, I do have the book on me, and I kind of take it out. Do I notice if anything's changed or whatnot, or is it still the same?
You notice the smoke has begun to reveal a little bit of text. It might take some time in this world.
Yeah. Arden, I will require some time here, but first let us conduct our business. Now, what do you want?
Tyler has expressed some concern with Lucas in terms of his energy at the skirmish. Do you know anything about that?
Lucas has been deviling in things that he shouldn't be. I recently resolved the matter myself last night, and I have the bruises to show that completed transaction.
I'm gonna need some specifics here, Isaac.
When I say you cannot go on telling other people, or you're going to cause a panic. Something we don't need right now. Alright, if I tell you this, don't tell anybody. And I mean anybody.
I'm not going to agree, but I'm just gonna look expectantly.
Lucas was using fake blood.
From Yoni? Did he kill...
He didn't kill him. He's too high all the time to even think of a plan to kill the guy. He acquired it sometime before his death, and with that had it on the side.
Well, that would explain it, I suppose. And you've taken care of this, you think? You really think he's just going to stop using because you had a little talk with him?
Well, he just ran out of his supply, and there's only one person left that is Fae and has blood. Unless he's gonna go deform our corpse to get more. I highly doubt he has another source. Plus, I gave him some dream grass to keep him over. So, hopefully.
All right, and what is it that you needed time in here for?
I have a book in which requires other places of being in order for me to interpret.
Since this is my place, can I try and just sort of, like, get that book away from him?
Oh, you want to take the book from him?
Uh-huh.
That's going to be kind of an aggressive action, so I'll go and say, let me see, you would be able to if you could lash up physically. Gonna...
Yikes. Oh, that is a 5.
Isaac, you see Arden try to try to go for your book. You have free action. What happens next? What's the narrative?
I immediately kind of dash off to the side and just let her just like fumble down.
And as you do, you see, Arden, your shirt begins to slightly rip on the sleeves. As you notice and can kind of physically see to your horror that these scales are continuing to grow up your arm. Hardened like armor.
You don't look like you're the only one with a problem.
And I'm going to say, Isaac, you can take a string on Arden for this. Because not only that you realize that the scales are like actually erupting out of Arden's skin. Like his skin is actually breaking. And there is like a slight bit of like clotted blood across where the scales begin and end.
Are you feeling all right? You don't exactly look like this every day now.
Arden,
Well,
despite what he says,
sorry, go
he says you actually feel amazing. You feel
Sort
better
of.
than you usually do.
look at their arms, wiggle their fingers, and say, I don't know, maybe soon I won't need time money around to do some of my business for me. I feel great, but thanks for the concern.
Yes, yeah. Can I please... I gave you the information on Lucas, so can I please read in peace? It will not take long, please. Enjoy
Yeah.
your scales.
Roll my eyes and start sort of looking at the representations of all the relationships behind him, just idly.
You can go ahead if you want to go to Chris's slide and just look through all, because everyone that he has a string on is someone that shows up. But there is someone there that you don't notice and don't recognize, as you see a woman maybe like a year or two younger than you, with like long black hair, glasses, kind of nose piercing right here. And her kind of form looks faded. Like it's behind all the other memories, but still there, always peeking their head out. Isaac, as you read the book, you see it goes into more into the realization and the explanation of what the Pit of Cain is, which is what the ritual is known as. The spell is a simple kind of ritual casting, as it tells you that the spell is capable of bringing back the dead, but requires ingredients, certain special... What would the word be? Special,
Components?
there we go, components. 5, in fact. You need the blood from a demon, the finger of an angel, the bones of the deceased, a planar compass, and the final, a living soul. There's a certain place a certain type of place you also have to do the spell at, but the information is being hidden. It's in a language you can't understand that is constantly changing. It's almost like squiggly and like more of a whimsical writing.
Can I possibly gaze into the abyss to try to at least figure out what's going on here?
I'm actually, you don't even need to do that. I feel like I can just give you what that is.
Okay.
You know that this seems like almost like Fey writing from what you've learned about, and it looks like if you want the final component of the spell, you're going to need to read the book in the Fey realm.
Alrighty. And when it says living soul, does that mean somebody is alive or just a soul in general?
Well, a soul that's in general would probably not be considered living. So yes, it'd be someone alive. It's a nicer way of saying a human sacrifice. Or maybe it doesn't have to be human, I guess. can't really be an animal, depending on whether or not you believe beasts and animals have souls and all that jazz. But probably someone sentient would be better. I guess a baby could work.
It could. And with that, I kind of close and see Arden looking. Ahem.
I don't recognize her. She's pretty.
Thank you.
It wasn't you I was complimenting, Isaac. Who is that?
Doesn't matter unless you're willing to pay for that.
Fine. And I'm going to unceremoniously close the bargaining ceremony.
And it's like being dropped back into your body as you're both kind of like breathing heavily in the closet. And because like you're so close, you're almost like resting on each other.
Lovely as always.
Yes, I wish I could say it was a pleasure doing business with you. And we'll leave the closet.
Get some skin lotion. It should help.
And we've covered just about everyone in their little beginnings. I think it's time we all go to class. Is it not? Unless there's something someone needs to do like immediately that once resolved.
I mean, I just like the chance to go to the library first.
Okay. We'll go ahead and we'll resolve that then. So you go to the library and you're looking to learn what specifically about the leaf?
Yeah, I'm trying to identify it. And I think if there's a teacher in there, I'm going to ask them to help me.
The teacher
Melody will also head to the library. Sorry.
Okay. So, like before, Neal and Melody once again meet in the library as they're kind of walking in. The teacher that's in there right now, funny enough, is Professor Patel. She prefers it if you call her Fatima, though.
Did you have a request? Because you can just ask first, Melody. That's fine.
I needed to talk to you.
Me?
Yes, do what you...
Okay, no, it's 1 second. And I like draw Melody behind a bookcase. What? You okay? Actually, you're not okay. You look kind of... I don't want to say pale, but...
Is it brighter for you everywhere else?
I don't remember what the world was supposed to look like, but I think if anything, it's a bit duller. There's certain things that glow brighter than everything else, but most of it's just a bit sad.
No, I mean today. Now, is it brighter than it was when you woke up?
No, Melody, what's happening?
I don't know.
Okay, you seem a bit off. Look, I know what I said yesterday was a lot. I believe me, I lived it. Guess I didn't live it, but...
Well, you literally did live it.
Most of it. But there are bits that happened afterward, right? The first time they buried my body was literally like under an inch of dirt underneath a broken tent until a highway was planning on being built, and then they dug me up and moved me. I didn't live through that. Sorry, I'm just making things worse. Melody, I don't... Hearing something as bad as that can be triggering. And if you need to talk about it, there's no better person to talk to. Or anything else. Whatever's happening.
Oh. I think there's just a lot happening. I think I'm having feelings and I'm very confused.
Okay. I don't know how it works with Faye, but for everyone else, feelings are somewhat normal. What kind of feelings? Anger? Sadness? Hunger?
Sort of like hunger, I guess.
Sort of like lust?
No, not at the moment. It's not that. Sort of, but not that.
The way you're dancing around the question makes me think I know exactly what you're talking about. Melody, are you in love?
No.
That didn't have a full stop at the end. That's...
No.
Do
I
you not
don't know. No.
It's okay.
It's very distressing.
Does it have to be?
I don't know.
Look, whether or not you have those, those feelings are like true love or just, temporary thing. Look, that feeling is one of the best in the world. I know it feels kind of like you're about to throw up half the time, but but that means you just shared a connection with someone. Someone means something to you. That's the best thing about being alive or around, forming connections with people.
Can you stop it?
I mean, these kind of things, you gotta just let them run their course. Don't...
Oh, no.
Think of it this way. It's like a roller coaster or a carousel or a Ferris wheel. Pick one. The ride goes until it stops. Yes. Right? So as long as you're on the ride, you got to enjoy it. Or you're just going to be miserable the entire time.
Like sex.
I mean, I don't really relate, but yeah, sure. Like sex. Except the ride tends to be longer and a bit less physical. Or more physical, depending upon. Hey, you don't have to decide if you're actually in love right now. You don't have to. You don't even have to tell people about it if you're not wanting to feel it. You just give it time. See how you feel. Ask questions. Play around. Go on a date. Plus, Mercutio's a great guy. I mean, for a blood-sucking vampire. But then I really can't judge.
Why not?
I mean, I'm kind of dead. And I'm dating someone who's decidedly not dead. And, I don't really want to talk about the age thing, but, like, I've got 80 years on them. It's kind of awkward.
With all of the realm differences, I actually don't know what the age difference would be between...
Don't worry about
Mercutio and I don't care, really.
Both of you are consenting adults, right?
Yes.
So don't worry about
definitely
changes or what's different or not. You'll figure that out as you go along. Just for now, enjoy it. And more importantly, take it from someone who like tended to want to date men at a time where that wasn't exactly allowed. Don't give a flying fuck if someone tries to judge you for it. Look, people will try and make you bleed for the shittiest things. This one isn't shitty. So if they make you bleed out in public. Plus, you got someone who will lap it all up. It's a blood play joke.
I see what that was.
I grab Melody's hand and I look at them directly in the eyes. I know you're scared. I've been through this feeling a couple times in my life too, and one of them actually led to my death. So look, I get it. I really do. But don't be. Just let yourself feel what you need to feel. And honestly, you'll probably end up happier for it. human beings write epics about this kind of thing. I'm sure you can survive a week.
And you hear a as you see Professor Patel looking at you both.
Right. I pull out the handkerchief.
Not to interrupt your beautiful talk, but I do have class.
I needed to help. I need your help. I need your help identifying this. It's growing in some of our rooms on the upper floors.
She picks up and looks at it for a moment.
Does Melody know what that is?
Oh yeah. It's just like it's just a common, like one of those common plants you would find there. And she looks and goes, "Oh, just probably a little bit of a hiccups from practicing magic. I'm sure it's nothing bad." And you know that she pockets it. Was that all you needed, Neal?
It's also I'm having trouble with some of my reading for occult studies, but I think I can come back for that.
Yes, I'm going to be in. We do have class for the other realms in just a couple minutes, but I would love to go over with you if you need anything else for any extra tutoring or anything like that. My office is always open.
Yeah. Did you know Yanni well?
I knew him as well as a teacher could know a student, I suppose. I am very apologetic and regretful that I did not get to know them better.
Do you think something like...
Oh, what were you saying?
Go ahead.
It's really interesting being who I am and being who Yoni was and yourself are, Melody. Us spirits more attuned to nature, we tend to choose when we go. We make peace with it. We make a decision to cross that bridge. It's always, and you can see kind of tears actually start to well in her eyes a little bit. It's always a little bit, it's sad to see someone get forced to walk that bridge earlier.
Yeah.
You're supposed to walk it once you've done everything you can and explored all the beauty and fullness of life.
I think I'm sorry. I'll see you in class. And I kind of like shove my hands in my pockets and kind of race out the door.
Are you traumatized again? Are you still traumatized?
I've already been traumatized.
But if
I was traumatized the moment I saw Jay jump.
But if you weren't traumatized, I feel like you would have been traumatized then.
I can run away. Should I roll run away?
I don't think anyone's causing you to, forcing you to stay or anything. It's not like if you want to walk away, you're more than happy to.
Okay.
There's not like a force that would be attempting to hinder or stop you.
I feel like Shauntelle was about to say something.
Yes.
I was just going to say, by comparison, I think Melody is not traumatized.
Ooh.
Oh.
Did I help you?
Not anymore.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and remove that condition. Yeah, I think that fulfills it.
Yeah, like being like, yeah, we all go through things, but it's okay because we can talk to each other. I feel like that for Melody hit different.
Would you say that Neal helped you resolve that condition?
I would, yes.
Which means I get a string on you.
Boo. I mean, everyone does.
I'm a helpful spirit. That's what I do.
Do you walk out the door or do you walk through the wall?
Oh, I walk out the door.
Okay.
I'm still trying to hold on
do
to
you
this.
open
I'm
it?
just a normal person.
Do you open the door before you walk out of it?
I think the door is open, but I definitely clip the side of it and clip through it like it's a video game. And don't even notice.
You just T-pose your way out of there. Professor Patel turns to you, Melody, and goes, "Just between you and me." And she holds out a piece of paper with some sort of seal written on it, like something drawn on it, and a candle.
Mm-hmm.
If you are truly feeling, you don't have to go through any emotion you don't want to. Neither does my lighting, apparently. Give me 1 second.
No emotions.
But if you don't want to be experiencing this aromatic romance that you seem to have yourself entangled in, well, there's a little beauty in magic. And she hands you the candle and the seal, and she says, "Just etch the person's name whose heart, who has captured your heart, onto that and burn it. And once the candle fully burns, any emotional connection you had, any wanting or feeling for them, will be burned away as well. But I would say really think and choose wisely, as this is definitely a permanent solution."
Oh. Thank you.
It's always good to
What do
have
you
an
want in
option.
return?
Oh, yes. I just want you to be the best you can possibly be.
That's very vague.
Can you promise me that?
They take the seal and the candle. I promise.
Did you have any other questions for me? Or was...
Why did you put it in your pocket?
I don't know what you're talking about. But what?
The plant.
Oh, something to grow in my garden. That's the nice thing about the plants of the Fae, actually, in the Fae realm, is that you don't need the seed nor the root to grow a plant. You can use any part of it, including the leaf, or even the morning dew to grow. They're very, very durable in that situation.
Are you lying to me?
Why would I lie to you?
I don't know.
I just gave you a ritual to erase your love from someone. I'm pretty sure I'm being an open book with you right now, Melody. I have no reason to lie to you.
Okay.
All right.
Melody turns and leaves.
And you all head off to class. And I think this will be the perfect place to take a 5-minute recess for our first half, and we'll come back in a matter of minutes, 5 to be exact. I hope you're all enjoying the show so far and continue to do so. See you. It's currently 9:03 p.m. EDT. We'll be back at 9:08. Bye, everyone, for just 5 minutes. Hello, everyone, and I am so sorry for not going back. Wow, we were just talking about conventions for the last 5 minutes, and I just lost the time. I'm so sorry, everyone. We're back with Monsterhearts, Gehenna Academy. Yeah, that. All right, we're back. I don't like this. I think we need a change of pace. Let's go with some nice music. Boom. I control the music because I'm God. Coming back to it, though. Sorry, not trying to be rude. We come to Other Realm Studies, where Professor Patel is teaching a class on a very, very not cool topic. She's teaching class on the spirit realm today. Oh, my hydrate. Some agua. Or vodka. Who knows? As we kind of like cut in mid-sentence as Professor Patel is explaining the different kind of biological consistencies and how one would feel on these other realms. And she goes, yes, being in the spirit realm, one would feel a little bit the ego barrier between one soul and one body begins to slowly erode over time due to the special kind of metaphysical properties of this realm. And those that find themselves of the living in this realm will begin to slowly become one of those spirits that have left in there long enough. And someone raises their hand. Actually, Samir raises their hand and goes, so you're saying a living person would die if they were in the spirit realm long enough? Exactly. Although we wouldn't really consider it death, more of a severing of connections. With a strong enough and power enough practitioner, one in a little bit of trial and error, one could possibly reattach the spirit to a body. And then you see Nikki's hand shoot up as she goes, could you reattach any spirit to a body? To any body? Just... And kind of Professor Patel narrows her eyes and it's like, well, in theory, yes, although if you don't have a sympathetic connection between the body and the soul, it tends to get a little bit muffled, as it were. And no one likes it when things are muffled. That's my cat. Sorry, chat. I don't have a cat.
Muffled how?
Well, think of it this way. And humans kind of... It's almost like a term of organ failure. When you transplant an organ from a donor to a new recipient, there's always a chance of the body rejecting it because it's a foreign object. It doesn't recognize it. Sometimes the body will reject the soul because it's not what was naturally put inside of it. It's a different entity. It's an invader. This is why... But only living bodies tend to have this issue. This is why things such as constructs and golems are a thing. Because materials of metal, stone, and other kind of raw, non-living materials they can't project things. They don't have a detection such as that. But that is very advanced magic. Magic we will not be teaching you at this school. And you just feel as like a collective groan. Plus, the act of binding another soul to a body, the strain it would put on you alone is, well, it would kill an otherwise unprepared person. So don't go attempting it yourself. Unless you wish to be another headstone in the town cemetery. Any questions? I know you are the brightest and boldest. Any questions at all? And there's just a silence. Alright, I think that's all the time we have today, plus there's the pep rally going on. I'll say this is class dismissed for the day. Thank you, everyone. Remember, the final exam is coming up, and I will need everyone's essay on the survival pack that you would take to the realm of your choice. You remember, 3 pages on what realm you would like to visit and how you would prepare for it and what preparations you would undertake. Doing my class by the end of next week. That'll be all, children. Or students. You're not children. You're all 18 and up. Yeah, and the bell rings.
Is it possible for me to catch Melody?
Sure. I think that's very possible.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Melody, would you like to run away? Are you just gonna book it when you see Isaac?
I don't think they're gonna book it, but they're not. No, they're not booking it. They're just not happy about it.
Isaac, just rushing at.
Naruto style.
Jumps off a table.
I just imagine you open the door to leave, and there's Isaac at the door, handling.
Melody.
What do you want?
Can you two have this conversation in the hallway? Don't block the door, please.
I kind of go, would you mind walking with me?
For what?
I wish to discuss something of a sensitive nature.
Oh, I know. You want to talk. But what's it worth?
Well, 1, an apology formally from me. And 2nd, I have some information on some people that you may find of interest.
Okay.
Shall we?
She starts walking.
And I kind of walk towards, just in the halls with her. Now, I do have the book with me. I know I did promise you could take a look at it, but it has come to my attention that in order to interpret it, we need to go to different realms.
Depends on what you're trying to do, doesn't it?
It does. And for me, for what I'm trying to look at, I require to go to the Fey realm.
The apology.
I was mean to you during breakfast the other day, and I, again, would like to formally apologize. It was not right of me. I'm not very good with human emotions. I tend to keep that way down. It's not very effective for me, but then I, in turn, do end up hurting people, so I wanted to apologize for that.
And Yoni?
I do feel responsible for his death, and it's the information I have is on him. See, I went upon myself to investigate on these matters and found some very interesting stuff.
What?
Well, if I'm going to tell you that, you are going to have to make me a promise.
What do you want?
I want you to take me to the Fey realm. I already know where we can go in order to get there. But beyond that, I don't want to go into another realm without a guide, especially as dangerous as the Fey realm.
You know where there's a door?
Yep.
Okay.
I would like to hear the words. That is usually how we concrete these things.
I'm not you. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
All right, you don't have to be so mean about it. Now, what do you want to know first about our dear departed friend?
Well, what have you got to tell me?
Well, you remember last night with Lucas going apeshit?
Oh?
Oh, you didn't hear about Hannah? And the sort of arm accident?
Yes?
Well, Lucas last night, yeah, they had this thing where they would fight each other. It's very, it's a lot of testosterone and whatnot going on, but primarily Lucas won this time, unlike the other times, and broke Hannah's hand while doing it, almost killing her. I stopped it and found out
Okay.
that he was drinking Fey blood.
Yonis.
Apparently so. Yoni was not exactly the innocent creature that we thought he was. He had a lot of plans with people.
And this is the information you have.
Part 1. But I'm going to tell you part 2. I don't know exactly if you're going to react as well.
What's part 2?
Part 2 includes your little boy toy, Mercutio.
Well?
Well, apparently, our lovely friend was in some kind of dealing with Mercutio. Apparently, Mercutio was going to sample his blood, but backed out at the last minute, and Yanni wanted to know why. And also, Yanni was looking at this book, and I kind of showed the tome. He was reading this as well.
Give me the book.
If I give it to you, will you give it back?
Perhaps.
That's perhaps. I thought you were all on the whole promise thing.
I'm being honest. Would you prefer I lie?
I don't think you're capable of that, but I will like this book back.
Sure you would?
I kind of gingerly give it to her.
Who has taken out this book before?
You read the same names that Isaac read at the beginning of this story 5 episodes ago. You read,
Yeah.
well, it says Isaac now. Before is what it was Victoria. Before Victoria, it was Yoni. And then it trails off into a bunch of other names from previous years.
And no one else.
No one else you recognize. Eventually, you do get to a teacher. You get to Astoria Gray, and even a little bit further back, you get to Professor Sun Yang. Probably when they were at their version of the academy long ago.
Just going to flick through the pages. So what do you want to do from this?
There is a particular section that I need to finish reading, but sadly I can't do it here, and I tried it in another realm, and it gave me some information, but not everything I needed.
On a flick through, is there a lot of Fae writing?
No. In fact, when you get to, there's no Fey writing. It's all, a lot of the pages are sparse and not written at all. Like there's no text in them or no pictures. Some of the pages are even blank. There's nothing Fey about it.
So what's the part you want to read?
It's a very sensitive matter to me. Particularly, it's a spell that I've been thinking about.
Yes.
Look, we're on the same side. I would ask to like to find
If
out.
I'm going to take you to my realm, you, specifically, I need to know why.
Are there people around us that could like hear?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. There's two things I would like to do on your plane. One, I would like to finish reading on a spell called the Pit of Cain. And second, I want to speak to those entities that came crawling into my mind that other day.
You want to talk to the Nightmare Fae?
Oh, glad they got a name now. Yes, I would like to. Very interested in talking with them.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
That sounds like a death wish.
Oh, yes.
I'm not in the scene, but it's Isaac. Death wishes are kind of his thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Ivy, you could just feel, I'm gonna say you just can just feel some bad shit is just going down at this point at multiple areas. You get the goosebumps. Continue.
And
The
that's
Pit of Cain.
Yes, the Pit of Cain. It's a weird name.
It's a weird name. What does it do?
You know, this is finding very hard to keep telling you stuff.
They take a step back. I could just look in the book, or I could ask you.
You're not gonna find anything in the book. As
Well,
you can see, it's blank
If I just
pages.
went home by myself,
All right. It can bring people back from the dead. Are you happy now?
so you want to bring someone back from the dead, and you want to talk to the Nightmare Fae. Depending on the order, you might not need one of those.
It's very funny. Very funny.
Yes, I'll do it.
Fantastic. Now may I get my book back?
When we get there. And they walk away.
Should know better. I walk the other way.
I'm gonna scuttle out of my hiding place there and hurry after Melody.
Like a crab.
Well, could I please, just this once, roll to shut Isaac down as I walk away?
Yes. Go ahead.
-1 cold. I got a 6.
Mark another experience as
Yup.
you do not shut Isaac down. In fact, it's because your reaction, it's because your attention is slowly drawn to you by someone else. As you see someone bump into you and run down the hallway. It seems to be... You're not sure. You haven't seen this person. No. Long hair. Is that Arden's roommate? Yeah, it's Arden, your roommate. Who's your begins with an L?
Lucita?
Lucita, yeah. Why is she running down the hallway? And before you can kind of turn and make a snappy comeback at Isaac, he's gone. Isaac, go ahead and take a string on Melody, by the way. Just rack up those strings. And I think from there, we'll freeze the scene, pause it just for a second. Ivy, what are you doing now? So the rally's about to begin. Are you trying to meet up with anyone before you go? Are you trying to see anyone before you go? You're wearing Hannah's jacket?
Yeah, I'm wearing Hannah's jacket. I really don't want to go, but at the same time, I feel indebted to go because, Hannah asked me. So I'd probably be walking around the hallways trying to avoid people. Until I find myself at the outskirts of the rally, but at the same time still hesitating to go.
Are you you're just like kind of like, are you physically hiding from other people, or are you just like pretending to go along and then darting off into...
I'm pretending to go and then just kind of like moving away.
As you're at the outskirts, you're kind of sitting there and you're like watching the crowd gather as you hear a hello come from behind you.
I turn around, see who it is.
It's Jaime. He just gives you a nod. His eyes just kind of stare ahead, and just goes, "Cold feet."
More like not my scene.
Understandable. It's not most
I
of our
mean-
scene either.
But you're going.
I mean, I'm probably playing, unfortunately.
Oh, you're participating in the skirmish.
Yeah, I'm kind of a... Well, I have insurance.
Well, you have fun. I'm gonna sorta...
You don't need to do anything you don't want to, Ivy. I'm sorry. I'm talking like I know you. We've talked once. I'm Jaime.
Yeah, you're in my class?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't really pay much attention.
Oh. Yeah,
You look nervous. Are you okay?
It's I don't know. It's kind of wrong. People are doing a skirmish right after somebody died. It's usually when those things happen back in my hometown, there's gonna be like a month of grieving. But I guess that works different here.
People grieve in their own way.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna mix message fucking Jaime.
Damn, dude's not
Just
even
so
hitting
go.
on you, and you're just like mixed message. Go ahead. Live your truth.
You know, since I am attracted to Jaime, I am going to shut him down. Listen, you really don't have to listen here, since you've got a game and I'm just holding you up. And again, this is not my scene. That's your scene. You're playing, Jaime. So that makes you one of the popular-ish guys.
Actually, no. Jaime would not laugh. Jaime goes, like, just raises an eyebrow. Yeah, go ahead and roll to shut him down.
2d6. That is a 7. And
All right.
then-
What would you
yeah,
like to
that's a
do?
7.
You can take he doesn't have any strings on you, so you could take a string on him, or you can give him a condition, or you can take one forward in your next roll against him.
I'm gonna take a string on him.
Awesome. He goes and he's like, I think I get what you're doing. I'm not really popular. I'm a computer nerd. I just can't die. So that's why I'm here. So I guess I also know how it feels to be.
What do you mean by you can't die?
I mean, I'm a ghoul. I'm technically already,
like
I'm already dead, technically.
a zombie?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of find that term a little bit stereotypical. Like, I don't eat brains or anything. I eat normal things. I just occasionally get hungry. And, if I...
Hungry? How?
No, not that. I feed off of, like, certain emotions. Kind of like an energy vampire, I guess you would call it. But I'm not, like, really, like... I don't know. We get all, like, the negatives of, like, a vampire, but, like, none of the positives. Like, I'm not, like, hot or... I don't exude seductiveness or anything like that. Like, I'm not like a Twilight novel. And, you know, most people like to make fun of that novel, but I'm pretty sure most people would want to be like that if they had the chance. You know, that's just it's whatever. Just if I get cut in half, I don't have to worry about it.
Okay, great. Well, Jaime, it was nice meeting you. I'm gonna go
sorry.
and
I'm sorry. Wait. Fuck, I overtalk. My bad. I'm just saying it's okay to be an outsider. All right. Thanks. And
yeah, I kind of
yeah.
Thank you for letting me know. I'm just gonna
And you're gonna take the condition outsider.
Okay.
And Jaime's gonna is just gonna disappear into the crowd. He doesn't even walk. He just kind of just like phases back into the crowd. Neal, do you want to come up on the scene?
I mean, I feel like my favorite way to enter the scene would be if Ivy's walking in literally any direction and accidentally bumps into Neal. Like, physically bumps into him.
Yeah, I'd probably be doing that because I'd be
Are
like,
you
oh my god.
Are you holding books? Please tell me you're not holding books.
Oh,
Okay, good.
I feel like I just spirited it away because I'm not allowed to carry anything during skirmish.
Whoa, Ivy, whoa, sorry. I've been having a weird day. You okay?
Ivy's wearing a
I-
jacket.
Oh, you're cold. Right.
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh, yeah, this jacket, it's from Hannah. She wants me to kind of celebrate the spirit of Skirmish while wearing her number or something like that. I
Are you sweet on Hannah, or is just Hannah sweet on you?
What do you mean?
Look, I've been around for a while, and it's been kind of a thing since like the 50s that if you wear someone's number, that usually means that you're into one another, going steady.
Oh,
Courting.
Yeah.
oh, that's not what I. Oh no,
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure Hannah didn't mean anything. Maybe I'm just old fashioned.
um.
I've just been having a day, and I'm tripping up literally everywhere I go, and I'm acting like a damn fool, and I'm so sorry.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah. Yeah, and I literally just wrap my arms around Ivy.
Yeah, and I'd be like wrapping my arms around him and then tapping him on the back.
I keep on trying to move past this thing, and it is not working. No matter what I do, it's just... Yeah. Sorry about the other day, by the way. I know I freaked you out with time money and...
Oh no, it's okay. I just feel like I'm helpless or useless to do anything. It's
Ivy, you're not useless. No human being on Earth is useless.
yeah, but when I'm around you guys, it just feels like I am. So you guys can do all this neat tricks and
I mean, I didn't
stuff.
even know I could do that until yesterday. There's something about, like, Arden called me overprotective, and you looked vulnerable, and I overacted. And I didn't really
Yeah,
realize I was doing it until...
Arden was really mean yesterday. She called me ungrateful for not accepting the gifts that she's forcing on me.
Hey, don't say that. Look, it's not a gift if you don't want it. Then it's an obligation. You don't have to be... You're not ungrateful for rejecting obligations.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really, really grateful that you're my friend, Neal.
Yeah. God, I suck as a friend. I totally suck as a friend. I don't... Okay, this is going to be a lot. No, this is not going to be a lot. I'm just going to keep it to the specifics. I've been keeping quiet about this shit for so long. It's hard to... I'm dead.
What do you mean you're dead?
I mean, I died in 1932.
So you're... I'm sorry, so you're like Jaime? Like a ghoul zombie?
No. And don't call them zombies. They don't like that.
Oh,
Jaime's kind of...
the ghoul. Then.
Jaime's kind of got a hunger to him that I don't share. My physical body is buried actually at the church just down the street. This is kind of like a projection. I'm a ghost, I think.
And you hear a voice ring up behind you. Actually, the proper term would be phantasm or poltergeist.
Oh, great.
And Neal, when you turn around, who do you expect to see?
Who do I expect to see?
Yeah.
I think it's Reese.
You would be very close as you look at an older man, probably in like his early 40s, that looks very similar to Reese. Red kind of chin strap beard. Actually, no. 5 o'clock, like stylish 5 o'clock shadow of a beard. You know how when you want to get down like that kind of beard, but it's not really a beard, but it just looks cool. Kind of greased back, like red hair. Just in one of those suits, no ties, open shirt kind of deal. Looks to be of high quality black and red shirt. And he's wearing like a gold Rolex watch, as well as smoking a cigarette indoors that he promptly puts out on his palm.
You must be Reese's dad.
Well, I must say, I'm surprised my son has had so much of a influence and impact on all of you. It's really good to see you. I only get to come up here once a year to see my son in the school, but it's great to see how Gehenna Academy has been doing, especially in the most recent location.
How many years has Reese been here?
Oh, Reese has only been here about 3 years or so, but I have had a special involvement with the school then.
Yeah, I think Neal quietly mutters to himself, "We met last year, and the year before that too."
Oh, I probably heard that.
Yep.
You're the one with the strong heritage.
What?
Oh,
Who,
come
me?
on. Yeah. Oh, maybe you should do a little bit of digging into your own life, son, before looking to the digging of others.
Strong heritage.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. This is Ivy. She's new. Ivy, this is Reese's dad.
Oh, nice to meet you.
He extends a hand.
I take the hand, hesitantly, nervously, probably sweaty.
He shakes it with a strong grip, but not like break your hand strong. And he slips a business card into your hand that just says, you read it and it says, Azrael, Angel of Death.
I whispered to Neal, is this a threat?
I think I literally say out loud at the exact same time Ivy whispers to me. Man, really?
What? Carriers and supernatural beings that have lived for biblical ages can't have a family?
No, I'm just... Come on, the business card?
Hey!
Are you really hustling right now?
We need to be modernized. It's always good to let people know who you are and that your services are here when required. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't seen you yet. You'll come around eventually.
God.
And Ivy, you said it was? Well, I won't be seeing you for quite a while, probably. Hopefully.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I'm
Lights a cigarette. I'm
scared.
I'm here for the skirmish. It's always good to see my boys play.
I think the technical term is an infernal. Like an infernal. Oh, God.
Like demons?
Ooh, this one's smart. Right on the money you are.
Yeah. Can you just stop? Because I feel like your whole thing is a bit much.
What?
I think I'm shutting him down.
Okay.
I'm okay with failing this. I'm probably gonna fail this. I feel like I deserve to fail this. I rolled a 5 and I've got a +2 to Cole. That's a 7.
Cool. What would you like to do?
Great.
I casually have to put another box for Reese's Pops.
I'm going to take one forward on him.
Awesome. You can do that, definitely for sure. And he
Look,
goes, and he's like, "Hey, no need to be a killjoy." And gives
Yeah,
you the
but can you
condition
just
killjoy.
be here for your kid without being on all the time?
Oh, I mean, I'm not just here. Okay, wait, you might have gotten me confused. I'm here to see Reese, but I'm not here for him. I'm here because I'm the other coach per se. Hey boys, come in.
So
And he claps his hands, and everyone kind of turns as 6 to 7, like a group of 6 or 7 people, taller kind of like figures step out in like warm-up hoodies, and as they begin to put their hoods down, you see mattered of multicolored, like red to purple skinned creatures that look demonic in nature, with various bits of horns and, you know, large eyes and
no.
creatures.
You know, Ivy, they have baked potato soup at the cafeteria. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
As the
I
door
love
closes,
potato soup.
you hear Dean Saeed call out, "Azrael, you brought your..." He's like, "You finally arrived. Now we can officially start Skirmish Day. Everyone, children, sit down as we begin our opening ceremonies for the day."
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
And I'll say, just for the sake of all of this, everyone has gotten stuck in this rally, despite not wanting to. They've been shepherded in some way, somehow. Almost like the school has forced them to come here. You might have round a corner thinking you were going to one classroom and ended up somehow in the gymnasium. That's just how things work in Gehenna Academy. House of Leaves. I don't have to explain it. It's just how the school works.
We love that.
And
Great.
On the plus side, you can take an XP because I'm no longer traumatized, because Neal got to talk through his emotions.
Oh.
But also, wow, this dude is a lot.
I don't like him. He's too much.
We're just gonna go hang out on those bleachers
awesome.
over there.
I'll see
Wait
you
the-
soon, Neal. See you soon.
Why does he keep saying that?
Goodbye, Mr.
Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. Just walk away.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Takes a drink of water, blows out steam. Now, Saeed, come on, tell your story so we can get on with the challenge. It's Skirmish Day, and my boys have been itching all year for this. Dean Saeed kind of takes a moment in the most like pristine of suits. He sits there and gets up to like the microphone. Now today is this very special day. I think we must all first take a moment of reflection in silence for everything that has occurred today and this week. And I would like to remind you all that the staff and teachers here and faculty of Gehenna Academy do all that they can and everything possible to keep you children safe. Students safe. He doesn't say children. No, I don't know why I keep saying children. Now, Skirmish is a very special day for those who are not akin to our traditions. It's a significance that harkens back to old events. Some of you of otherworldly nature might have known as the event was created in order to stop wars long ago when supernaturals fought one another's. We were too busy fighting each other that we didn't realize when the mortals started hunting us. And so it was decided, instead of having wars of forces and armies, that we would have special sports of combat, known as Skirmish, which were decided for political gains in the realms of the supernatural. And it's Gehenna Academy's greatest honor that today we pay homage to that fact. And you hear Azrael go in, and also settle a little bit of inner school pride. Yes, for today, Gehenna Academy will be facing the... Come on. will be facing... Come on. I'm honestly just trying to pronounce this word. I wrote it down, and I realized I might not be able to pronounce it. The Maleficus. Or Malpheus. And Azrael kind of takes a step up to the microphone. I can handle it from here, boss. Thank you, Saeed. Yes. I have brought my protege of demons today, as you might know them, in order to have this friendly game of skirmish and decide honor among our schools. Or, well, my class, my training squad. Do we have our teams of challengers? And one by one, they stand up. Lucas. Reese. Tyler. Jaime. Elliot. And Azrael thinks for a moment and goes, well, where's your sixth member? And Saeed goes, well, Miss Hastings is actually out with an injury, but we have had someone write in as a volunteer. And I will be happy to announce that our sixth member, and you see the spotlight card to like kind of scan around, and then the spotlight stops on Ivy.
What the fuck?
Welcoming.
I'm sorry, language.
Welcoming Miss Valencia. Please, and thank you for your contribution.
I am so sorry. Ivy, you were supposed to write my name.
And sporting the colors and jackets of her fallen comrade that could not be here today, it is a very noble of you to join us, and very brave.
I'm so sorry. There must be some confusion. It was me. I wrote my name down. I mean, Ivy wrote my name. Ivy should have written my name. I couldn't make it to. I am so sorry. Hold on. Let me just. You okay? You okay?
Oh my god. I don't know what happens in Skirmish.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
sorry,
it. Let's just hope they believe me.
It's 7 people. I forgot. I'm sorry. The Mercutio also stepped up. So there, yeah. So the Mercutio is also there as well.
Let's just hope they fall for it. I am your 7th member, unless of course you're too scared to fight against me, Azrael.
You know, Azrael looks and narrows his eyes. You know, Saeed, I think this might be a better solution. You know, I always said that you know, going back to the ancient traditions, that women really don't have a place in skirmish, and I agree with that. Hannah was a very special.
Neal,
You know, I think what you said was really sexist, and I agree with Ivy, who's about to bring that up. Women have a place in sports. Hannah's great, but unfortunately, she had an accident, so I'm here, and we're just gonna live with that now.
Is that true, Miss?
Okay.
Saeed goes, Miss Valencia, is that true? Did you not mean to sign up?
Just go with it. It's fine.
Neal, Hannah put me up for this.
Yeah, but that's without consent.
Spirit.
Obligations aren't gifts. Remember that.
No, I'm participating.
Boom! We got, and Azrael's like, looks like we got our very own Katniss in the group. Is that book series still popular? Is it that movie? So I'm sorry, I'm really out of touch with the kids these days. Leave it to a biblical angel to be out of touch. That's good. That's good. That's not water. That's vodka. Miss Valencia! And Saeed goes kind of like, Miss Valencia, are you sure?
Yes.
Great!
Hey.
And the C's part for Ivy.
I walk beside Ivy and whisper into her ear, and I'm going to spend a string to do this. Hey. Gifts aren't obligations, but if you want to do this, you're going to knock them all dead. And I'm going to give Ivy the condition Emboldened.
Yeah. I can do this. And I quickly give Neal a hug. It's. I'm not going to let that sexist piece of shit. I mean, sorry, language, but.
No, he's a sexist piece of shit. I died in 1932, and even I know that. You got this. Whoa, Ivy! Yeah!
There we go. Damn! And kind of Azrael like sizes you up as you kind of go through. Got more guts than I expect. And turns Saeed. Well, this will be interesting, won't it, Saeed? And Dean Saeed kind of narrows his eyes and looks. No, I don't think you should downplay our efforts just yet. He turns to look at all of you. Go wait in the locker room and prepare for skirmish. We play in 1 hour.
All right. Going to the locker room.
Oh, wait.
Whew.
Hey, coach. I'm going to like try and flag down Azrael.
Yeah, what's up, kid?
Your team is going to suck as hard as you. And I'm going to try and shut him down yet again. Look, a +1/4 this time.
Okay.
Hit me with a 10. Come on, 10. Come on. Ooh. Okay, straight up. 5 and 4. 5 and 4. Which means +2. That is an 11. +1, a 12. Doesn't mean anything, but still. So, choose one from below. He's gonna gain a condition.
What condition?
Loser.
Okay, I'm just writing that down. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I think I just end this conversation by saying, you couldn't even father a child. What makes you think you can lead a team, bud? Have fun on the field! And then I walk away.
He kind of looks pissed and he goes, that doesn't even make any sense. I have a kid right there. And points to Reese. As like Reese is leaving. And Reese actually stops you, Ivy, and goes, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Proving your father wrong?
Yeah, that's cool and all, but you're gonna get fucking killed out there.
Are you concerned about me, Reese?
Shut the fuck. And he just fuck off. And he turns and like walks ahead. And Tyler quickly takes place. Like, yo, little dude, don't even worry. Yeah, he's concerned. He kind of gives you a wink and steps forward. Also, like, dude's like a neutral term for me. So I know you're okay, cool.
Yeah, you good? We good?
Mercutio looks at you and goes, well. You're all so full of surprises, aren't you? Interesting. You can see for a second he even licks his fangs.
No, I have to be brave.
And he
Neal
just
believes
walks
in
on.
me.
Elliot goes, well, we can't miss out that pretty face. Isaac wouldn't like that. And just walks forward, and Lucas goes, is this like walks and just gives you. He's actually not even paying attention to you. He goes, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll see you guys in a little bit. And then finally, you get Jaime. I guess that talk of this not being your scene was a lie?
No, it's not, but I can't just let someone talk bad about my friend, especially talking. It's a 21st century. Why do
Not-
they still sexist pieces of sorry, language.
You can curse. We're in college. Look, he comes from the land. He literally was born before the Old Testament was even like thought of. So, that's
He's a dinosaur.
Yeah, he's older than the dinosaurs. He's like, actually, if you want to take the real like physical version of it, like the definition, he's older than time itself. He's gonna have some outdated views.
Yeah.
I'll try my best to have your back out there. If that means anything.
Yeah, you know what? If you can help me around, because I'm not really sure how the game would go, and I'm pretty sure the other guys would head straight for me since I am obviously the weakest link, and the guy or the coach wants them to like prove a point that women is not allowed, should not be allowed in sports or anything, or in any power or anything like that. Um, you said that you can't die, right? So, oh no, why am I asking you this? I should not be asking you this. I
You
don't
want
want
me to
people to get
die?
hurt.
You want me to die for
No,
you?
no, I want you to just protect me, please.
Sure.
I'll use up a string and give him the condition overprotective.
Damn. I like how Ivy's just like emotionally manipulating without realizing. Okay, he gets the condition overprotective, and you see like almost something click when you say that. You have my word. I promise you. I'll keep you safe.
Thanks, Jaime. Whew. All right. Is there any strategies involved in here? Or
Yeah, just there tends to be, but they just kind of like devolve into people punching the shit out of each other. And he begins to trail off as we're just going to switch over to Melody, Isaac, and Arden, who you have an hour, so you are able to slip away if you want. Just wanted everyone there to hear that.
Melody would like to hunt down Mercutio.
So Mercutio's in the locker room, which they would tell you that you're not allowed in, only the players for Skirmish because they're preparing. Are you going to sneak your way in?
Oh, yes.
You managed to find a side entrance. In the first second, like a little side hallway, and you kind of just like beckon Mercutio out when he comes out. You know, they say it's bad luck to see your champion before the match, love.
Melody is going to kiss him.
And he does the full like spin around, pick you up.
She wraps her legs around him. Gonna roll to time up. That's a 13.
Ooh, okay. So you're gonna get a string on him, and he's gonna look at you and go. He's just like, God, I could do so many things right now in full view of that team and not even give a shit. But I need to save my energy for this match, unfortunately, and I can't go in there sore and tired off. So I promise you, after I'm done kicking some demonic ass to the curb, I'll find you and we can celebrate properly.
Why do you need Fey blood?
What?
Why do you need Fey blood?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't need Fey blood. I just told you I didn't want to drink your blood before.
You're lying to me.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Either you are lying to me, or Isaac is lying to me. And as much as I believe that Isaac would lie to me, it didn't sound like he was.
What did Isaac tell you?
Doesn't matter. Why would you need Fey blood?
I don't need Fey blood. I've never taken Fey blood. I've never drank it. I swear.
You sure?
Yes. Okay. I was offered it once, alright? I was told... Look, it's complicated. I was asked to go into business, but I swear I've never drank it.
What business?
Just stuff with Yoni before he died. He just had...
What?
Apparently it's like a supernatural steroid. Okay? And he wanted to go in business, and he wanted me to help sell it, and he wanted me to help appraise it because I know blood. But I didn't, because I know for a fact that that shit's addictive. So I told him, go talk to Victoria and fuck off because I don't need that. I never drank from him. I never tasted his blood. That's all that Lucas did that shit.
Was Yoni selling his...
Was Yoni selling what? His blood?
Was he selling his blood of his own volition?
He wanted to. He just... Look, Yoni had a lot of sides to him that not a people knew about. But you gotta trust me. He like cups his hands. I didn't have anything to do with his death. I never drank Fey blood. It's not my scene. You do trust me?
I don't know.
I like you because you're you, not because you're a Fey. I'm not after your blood. I just want you. I mean, yes, I want other people, other things, but like mainly I want you.
She hops down.
Did you just leave?
Yes.
You can, everyone that's Ivy, you can hear from the other room yell Mercutio, fuck, and just like punch the wall, cracking it in several places. And we hover over to Isaac. Where are you heading to?
I'm going to the other team's locker room, or attempt to.
You are definitely not getting in that one.
Damn.
And Arden, are you following Isaac or are you following Melody?
I'd like to follow Melody.
Awesome.
If anything, I think I might look for Melly. If
I'm gonna say you all convene, kind of finding yourselves lost in your wanderings. You find yourself in a familiar inner pass. The girls' bathroom. And I think you can see now that there is a multitude of plants growing around the rim of the doorway.
Arden, what are you doing here?
I was looking for Melody. What are you doing?
I asked the question first here, okay?
You asked, I answered. It's my turn now.
Business.
Hmm.
Arden,
Did you need them?
you can smell blood.
From the bathroom?
Seems like it.
Okay, I'm going to ignore whatever Isaac is saying and go looking.
Isaac, do you follow Arden?
Yes. I was like, why are you not? No, we're not done here.
Both of you take the condition traumatized as you see what you're about to say. As you look in the girls' bathroom, you can see that it's been almost completely covered in these plant-like material. And you see hanging on the kind of stalls above the mirrors. Like, think of those like old Harry Potter type bathrooms where it's like the sinks are in the middle. You see nailed up to the stone, almost like in a crucifixion pose, blood being let from multiple places where various vines and plants have grown through them, bleeding and bulging out the skin, the muscles extremely deteriorating at this point, bloodshot eyes staring back at you, unmoving, uncaring, dead. Looking around, the scars on their body, looks like mid-transformation of something. But this person, whoever they were, it looks like they've died in one of the most horrible and painful ways possible, as their mouth is open in a scream. The face you instantly recognize. It's Lucas. And on one of the mirrors written in blood, you see the words, "You're next." The doorway in the last stall, glowing brightly, is open wide. What do you two do?
I first throw up.
Same.
And then after that, I just kind of go, I'm done with this shit. And I just run into the portal.
I am not going to follow. I'm going to try and leave the bathroom if I can.
And you hear voices coming, kind of walking down the hallway. Did you, sounding older, did you hear that? Yeah, I don't, it's gotta be, it's coming from nearby here. And it sounds like Professor Sun Yang.
I'm gonna shout out as much as I can, like, help, I need help in here.
And they rush in, and they stop as soon as they see the body. And flanked by Dean Said, who comes in. What is the meaning? And stops and just looks at the body of Lucas. And then towards you and goes, "My office. Now."
If the dean could be here, could Neal have followed the dean to ask him about how Ivy got?
You can, and you probably come onto the scene like a little bit late, as Dean Said is leading Arden out of the bathroom.
What the Arden?
And you see Dr. Sun and not Dr. Sun, Professor Sun Yang and Professor Holmes And you hear
Is Melody there?
That's up to you. Did Melody? Because they
they
wandered
were-
into each other, but if you could definitely be in the scene, if you could have definitely wandered in on them.
Because they were both following.
They were trying to find you, but they were like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, Melody's looking for Victoria now.
and you hear Dr. Soon go, "Oh my God, Lucas, no!"
I rush in.
And you see, it's just Mark traumatized again.
Yeah.
Just you see the same position. You see Lucas. You see all the horrible things. And you see, if you didn't notice, both Lucas and Professor Soon have the same last names. And you see Soon is just kind of brought to his knees.
I immediately wrap my arms around him. I don't care that he's a teacher right now. I'm older than he is anyway.
Professor Holmes goes, "That's enough. You need to. This is no place for a student. Mr. Kapoor, please. The auditorium, the gymnasium."
I don't even acknowledge. Professor, get up. Let's get you some water. Come on.
He doesn't move at all, and he's just kind of like, "Who could have done this? Who done this?"
We're going to find out. Promise you.
And you see Professor Holmes kind of like look back. Well, we found the same student at both sites of the body so far. If that isn't correlation, connection, I don't know what it is.
Wait, am I here? Can I hear this, or is
No,
this just Neal?
you're being led away.
Okay.
And I just think with that, we kind of pace through everyone for a second. Ivy nervously preparing for the skirmish match. Melody coming across Victoria, who has somehow slipped away, and is with Nikki and Yanni, and kind of turns and goes, "Ah, Melody. Just the person I was looking for." We see Arden being led into the office alone with Dean Said. We see Neal just kind of like looking distraught at the act that he's seen in front of him. And we go to Isaac. Isaac. You don't know where you are. You wake up and you just see forest and trees around you. And you see a pathway of glowing mushrooms that illuminate the way. Which way shall you go? Which way shall you see? There's going to be a lot that happens, but we'll save that for chapter 6. And we'll end chapter 5 here. Next time on Gehenna Academy. Thank you everyone for playing today on our mid-season finale. We have officially hit the halfway point with 5 episodes left. It is going to be a hell of a ride. Please, my players, in reverse order, plug what you got going on and tell the people where to find you.
Hi everybody, I'm the idiot that just jumped into the Bay portal. My name is Christopher Colón, and you can find me at my Twitter at VO Colón VO underscore Colón COLON. I can talk about my stuff now. There's 2 things I'm part of. I'm a voice actor, so there's 2 podcasts I'm being part of. Well, first off, I am working with Starlight Audio Productions at Starlight Audio on their whole audio drama they're going on there. It's about modern day kind of fantasy, Norse mythology kind of gods who are sort of meeting up in Seattle and doing their whole thing there. So follow them on their Twitter over there to check out that stuff. And another one I'm in, which is less fantasy and more sci-fi, is Epsilon. You can follow them at Epsilon Podcast, and that's primarily more about sort of post-apocalyptic sci-fi, where I myself play a sort of rogue agent with a bunch of kids trying to take down robots. So yeah.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. You can find me on Twitter at @adisasterqueer, and I just joined the cast of Onomon Agiri, which is a City of Mist actual play pod. So, yeah, come check it out.
Hey, I am Shauntelle B. You can find me on Twitter at Shauntelle B. I played Melody, the confused as hell Fae. Yeah. I'm going to be writing about this over on my website at wordswithcolor.com. Going to have a lot of thoughts. We'll see what happens with that. On Saturday, I will be playing Unlawful Disorder, open at Lost Worlds Archive. And potentially on Sunday, we have for the last couple, we'll be running a game of Monsterhearts at NE_actor. And that one is much more thirsty. It just is. And that will be at 10 a.m., I believe, Eastern.
My money takes offense at this game not being thirstier.
It's thirsty. I'm also one of the narrative writers for Omen's Rising, which is a narrative-driven TTRPG that is coming soon, and I will be playing in a pre-alpha playtest of that over at Nerdsmith's channel on Saturday evening at 8 p.m. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Noordin Kadir. I play Neal, the helpful ghost. Both our pronouns are he, him. You can catch me online at Werewolf Feels. I am doing multiple things. Unfortunately, they're all things I cannot talk about. I will say that I just did my first Muslim of the Month post on my Twitter. So if you want to learn more about historical Muslims, check out my Twitter at Werewolf Feels. And if you want to learn more about how Neal is traumatized perpetually, come back here in 2 weeks.
And I am again Rina playing as the what the fuck I'm here. What is this mortal doing? She doesn't have anything to use for protection. I'm gonna die. So you can catch me over at Twitch. I'll be posting my new streaming schedule because I want to catch you all when it's not like really late for people in the Western world. I usually stream variety games and visual novels. If you guys are into that, I do like little voices and stuff. Also, I do stream a VTM game that is gonna be a long-running chronicle titled Call of the Abyss, guaranteed to have tears out of this world scenes. And if you want to catch me on my other projects, I usually post it over at my Twitter, the Overlord. And yeah. God.
Ooh, thriller.
Ooh. You have to say the ooh.
Yeah, you gotta
Or else it won't
ooh.
work. Ooh.
All right, everyone. I'm Nick Francia. I was your storyteller. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. Yeah. So, what Noordin Ali said was right. God damn it! I gotta differentiate the character from the people sometimes. We were taking a break next week. I will be on vacation. I'll be enjoying myself and getting a much relieved stress. But I will always be thinking about this game. I love this game. I love you all. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. Please give me a follow, and also Gehenna Gaming a follow at Gehenna Gaming, as well as a follow here, maybe a subscription if you feel like it. I'm not really doing any other projects other than this. I am working on some stuff that I really can't talk about, unfortunately, but I can say that Weird People, Weird Places, my supplement for Monsterhearts 2nd edition, is coming along smooth, and I hope to have it out maybe in the end of next month or so. Other than that, you all have a great day, and yeah, maybe tag me and tell me who your favorite NPC is or your favorite moment from the show and why. Definitely will help me give some context on who to murder. Who to emulate. next. But seriously, great job. This game is so much fun. I say it every week, and it just has never been proven wrong to me. You will have a great one. Also, if you can get my followers to 1,000, I will run a special Made RPG game on Gehenna Gaming in full outfit. And I've already found multiple people who will also take me up on that bet as well. So, hey, if you ever wanted to see your boy in a maid outfit, let it be known. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great one. Gehenna Gaming. Horror lives here. Goodbye.